Hey guys, it's Ash. Welcome to a new month, actually a new year. Happy New Year. Wishing everyone a year full of joy, happiness, good fortune. Hoping for the best in Brawl Stars this year as well. And we're going to start it off with the newest current meta tier list for January, guys. Today I've pushed to #1 in US in ranked mode. First day of the season, we're already #1, but continue to try to grind and stay at the top. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys everything you need to know in the current meta right now. Recently, we've had a bunch of new balance changes, new hypercharges, Toy Story collab with Buzz Lightyear in the game. So I've got you guys covered on what the best and worst brawlers right now are in the game. So let's start. So let's start off with the 1-star brawlers, the brawlers that are currently the worst in the current meta. We have Doug, Bonnie, Mr. P, Miko, Pam, and Hank falling back to the 1-star. Guys, last month, Hank did have his moment. He's an amazing counter to Shade, but unfortunately, Shade has fallen off the meta. He's just not as good anymore, and because of that, Hank is also gonna fall down. Just not a very good tank compared to most tanks in the game that have access to hypercharge. We also have Doug here in the 1-star. The lack of range makes him pretty weak in this meta, but he does shine in certain places in bushy maps like Sneaky Fields or even Snake Prairie, where Doug can be pretty good. Bonnie lacks the DPS, Mr. P lacks the DPS, but guys, guess what though? In the recent Brawl Stars video today, there was a sneak peek of Mr. P having hypercharge. Check this out in this moment right here in the video. You can see an icon. Mr. P most likely getting hypercharge next update. That's gonna be crazy. Next, let's move on to the 2-star brawlers. These brawlers are a little better. They do have certain areas in the game and maps where they're pretty good in, but overall in most game modes and maps, they're just not that great. We have El Primo, Bo, Edgar, Bull, Grum, B, Chuck, Jackie, Charlie, Shelly falling down, Leon falling down, Meg falling down, Sam, Ems, and Fang. Guys, all of these brawlers aren't doing very good in this current meta. Brawlers like Fang and Leon at one point with their hypercharges were so dominant in the game. Ever since their nerfs, they've fallen off the meta a lot. We have Shelly falling back down as well. Meg has fallen a lot ever since her health nerf. They nerfed it down a lot to the point where you rarely see Meg. Most of these brawlers, like I said, they're just not very good in the overall maps. Now, when Brawl Stars was first released in beta in the summer of 2017, Supercell released the game with 15 brawlers. All of those brawlers now have a hypercharge except one, and that is Bo. Bo still doesn't have a hypercharge. So I'm hoping he gets one soon because he hasn't been doing very well in this meta. Just gets steamrolled by these other hypercharged brawlers, especially the tanks. And we've got Chuck. Chuck is very good on heist, but pretty much everywhere else is struggling in the meta. All of these brawlers just not powerful right now in this current meta and would like a buff. Next, moving on to the 3-star brawlers. These brawlers are, in my opinion, some of the most balanced brawlers in the game. They're very strong, but not strong enough to break any game mode or map. We've got Colt, who's really strong in the heist. We got Carl, Buzz, Lola, Crow, Nani, Brock, Dynamite, Chuck, Mo, Willow, Janet. We've got Lily falling, unfortunately. We've got Draco moving up. We got Terra, Ruffs, 8-Bit, BB, Rosa, Squeak, Poco, Mortis, Spike, Mandy, and Sprout. All of these brawlers in the mid-tier 3 stars. Brawlers such as Sprout making his way back up. Willow got a nice buff to her super. It's a little thicker now, so it's easier to hit. She's very strong in a lot of Brawl maps, particularly for that mind control ability to control the enemy and score, make own goal scores on the enemy. She's very strong there. We've got Janet, who recently got a hypercharge, so she's been moving up a lot. Janet is super dangerous in a game mode like Gem Grab. The ability to use your hypercharge, get her super back, and then escape with those gems. Now, Mo has fallen a lot after his recent nerfs. He's just not as powerful anymore, so you rarely see him these days, but he can still be very good, especially with the knockback from his super. Is very strong. Unfortunately, Squeak has fallen back to 3 stars. He just doesn't have the DPS to compete against many of the speedy, tanky brawlers with hypercharge like Frank, Ash, Daryl in the top tier meta. We also have a brawler like Mortis falling down because of that as well. He used to be really strong with his hypercharge, but now in this meta, guys, full of these powerful, beefy anti-assassin and anti-tank brawlers, they struggle, especially that Buzz Lightyear too. He's so good in his saber mode at countering assassins. Now let's move on to the 4-star brawlers. These are brawlers that are very strong in this current meta, and you're gonna see top players, especially in top ranked mode, top ladder, play these brawlers most often. We've got Piper, Jess, Foxy, Cordelius, Nita, Belle, Amber, Colette, Larry and Laurie, Gale, Shade, Kenji, Daryl, Melody, Pearl, Sandy, Buster, Clancy, Max, Lou moving up. We've got Barry moving up, Griff and Maisie all moving up. We got Barley back in the 4-star, Otis, Eve, especially with her new hypercharge so strong. Kit moving back up, Tick moving back up. A lot of throwers are moving back up, with Shade just not being very good in this meta right now. Just doesn't have the DPS to really dominate or the range. And so Shade is gonna fall to the 4-star. Same with Kenji. Ever since his recent nerf and his reload nerf, he's just not as dominant anymore. He's still a very good brawler. Daryl as well, ever since they nerfed his supercharge rate, just hasn't been as dominant anymore, but he's still a very strong brawler. Melody has moved up thanks to her new hypercharge. That's so powerful. She's such a dangerous brawler in a game mode like Heist because of that. And then they also buffed up Lou, guys. His reload speed is faster, allowing him to deal more damage. He's one of the best anti-tank brawlers and has one of the most dangerous hypercharges as well. Then we also have Barry moving up thanks to his newest hypercharge. He's such a great support brawler, one of the best brawler in the game mode, such as Hot Zone, for his ability to take command of a zone and support his teammates with constant heal. Then we've got Griff, guys. Griff recently got a big buff to his to his super. He doesn't have a hypercharge yet, but whoa, thinking about a Griff with hypercharge, he's gonna be crazy once he does have that, because right now he's so strong. That super destroys tanks and assassins. It's a big reason why the brawler like Mortis and Edgar, you rarely ever see in the top tier because of these brawlers. And then you got Maisie recently getting a big buff to her damage. Oh my goodness, another buff. She's been constantly getting buffed up to her damage output, guys. She's so dominant on the game mode like Brawl Ball and even most bushy maps like Gem Grab, even Hot Zone. She's so dominant in. The only reason she isn't 5 stars in my opinion is because of game modes like Knockout and Bounty. You just don't want to use her. So overall, she's very strong, but not to the point where she's so dominant in. And now finally, the 5-star brawlers. These brawlers are the best in the game. We've got Buzz Lightyear, of course, so dominant. He recently got nerfed, but he's still so strong, especially in his saber mode and his long range sniper mode. He's just so powerful. We've got Juju, such a beast, guys. Juju has so much versatility, especially with that gadget that also gives her invisibility or a speed boost or even a shield. And then the turret, of course, being a spawner, extended range from a bush. She's got so much things going for her. She can walk on water, slow down enemies. My goodness, she is a beast. She's one of the most popular brawlers in the top tier right now. And then of course, Surge. Surge did get a recent nerf recently, but he's still so strong, especially his hypercharge, so powerful. And then of course, ability to counter tanks and assassins just makes Surge such a powerful brawler, important brawler to always have. He's a brawler actually I ban a lot whenever I'm playing ranked mode, so my enemies don't get him. And we also have Frank, still super strong. That attack speed when he's low, he's such a powerful force to deal with, especially how quickly he charges his hypercharge. He's the fastest charging brawler for hypercharge in the game. That makes him a very powerful threat in so many game modes and maps. We've got Byron, one of the best heal supporters in the game. You can play him in multiple ways, as a range brawler, as a healer as well. He's so good and versatile. We've got Stu, of course, his hypercharge, ability to wall break, mobility. He's such a pest to deal with. So annoying, guys, in a lot of game modes. We've got Rico, still super strong because of that hypercharge, insane ability to just engulf the whole area of the map with his balls. And then Angelo having amazing mobility and speed with his range and an attack that does so much damage. Angelo is great in so many areas. Gus is one of the best support brawlers in the game, does so much damage, especially with that cookie popper gadget for additional damage and the ability to support with a shield. Makes him one of the best support brawlers in the game as well. And then Ash moving up to 5 stars. Ash recently got a hypercharge and he charges it very quickly, guys. What makes him so strong with that hypercharge is that speed increase and the damage output makes him so powerful, so hard to deal with. Double the rats as well, so single target brawlers is a nightmare matchup for Ash. And then we've got Gene moving up, one of the best support brawlers, ability to make pulls. He's great pretty much everywhere as a support. And RT, the versatility to be used as both a counter to long range brawler, his ability to go through water with his super, and then of course that inline gadget to instantly get his super and counter tanks and assassins makes him such a versatile and powerful brawler. We've got Penny moving up as well. Her hypercharge is so strong. The ability to double shot with her hypercharge. She can be very hard to deal with if the enemy doesn't have proper counters like throwers to quickly destroy her mortar. And then Gray moving up as well. That hypercharge to place multiple teleporters in the map makes him very difficult to deal with, especially when he's combined with tanky brawlers that can instantly just take the use of that teleport and command lots of area of the map. And then finally, Meeple, the newest brawler coming out soon. He's gonna be very strong as well. He has very few counters. The ability to drop and cage enemies and trap them with this gadget too is gonna be so annoying to deal with. He's gonna be a very strong brawler. So there you guys have it, the new tier list for the new year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys agree or disagree with any of these ratings. Would love to hear your opinions. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video.